All right. I am going to get this off the screen.
Why? It's so nice. It's so cool.
Okay, you've convinced me. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Thunder Lightning Podcast, episode 149, I think. I'm Thunder,
And I'm Lightning.
and today we're doing news first.
Yes. Oh, Christ. It was my idea, and I wasn't even ready.
You were like, yeah, I'll look up the news. Puts phone down.
Okay. Biggest bit of news. Ready? New Lord of the Ring movies in the works. Yes, really. Says Nerdist.
I heard about this. Nerdist, shut the fuck up, Nerdist. Eat shit. I hate Nerdist. Nerdist can leave, but I
Yeah.
get the sentiment. Yeah, so so I heard about this. So what is it? HBO or Warner Brothers has
I'm pretty sure it's got to be HBO.
they have or no, sorry. It's Amazon, right? That's what Rings of Power streaming on?
Yes.
Yeah, so they got the rights to make more. They got the okay to make more Lord of the Rings movies. And I saw a tweet. It was from First. He's a not a huge YouTuber, but I've been following him for a while. He had a really great point. If they're gonna explore Middle Earth and make their own stories, fine. That sounds neat. If they're gonna remake the original books, they can go straight to hell.
Oh, of course.
Because those movies are still great.
Did you mean movies?
What did I say?
Books.
Yeah, the movies, the Peter Jackson movies,
Yeah.
the three Lord of the Rings
Because
ones.
you brought it to another level, which was fuck Tolkien make new books, and I was like, I don't think that's legal.
No.
I don't
sorry.
think you can
If
do
they're
that.
gonna, if they're gonna take new movies and TV shows to explore other things that we haven't seen, then fine, But
I'm down
but
for that.
Please don't remake the Fellowship of
You
the Rings,
insane?
the Two Towers, and Return of the King.
I'll boycott it. I don't give a shit. I don't care if they spend more money on these movies than any movie has ever in one film. I don't give a shit. Don't remake Lord of the Rings. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
This is not a thing that would ever happen, ever.
Remake the first Star Wars.
But that might actually be down the line. Not gonna lie. But here's a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about all these actors and how many are dead and how many are living. What would you think? And this is not a thing that would ever happen. What would you think if they remade the original trilogy with the same actors?
What? I'll just watch. I already have Lord of the Rings.
I know.
at
I
home.
don't know. I'm just fucking
I'm not
around.
going to spend money to watch them do it. I'll just watch them do a play. I'll watch them do a play of it. Get all those motherfuckers in one room and do it live. I'll watch that shit.
Oh, they had to have done that at some point, like for a con or something.
And here's the thing. I've met all the hobbits and shit.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I don't want to give you more money to watch the same thing I've already seen. If you find a new way to do it, or if you put it out on, like, Blu-ray, but this time it's fucking better. I'll do it again, I guess, but I'm not going to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
For it to maybe suck more.
Yeah, I think that I just like, with anything like this, I feel like this is probably going to be bad, but there's a chance it'll be good, whatever they do with this.
Here's the deal, right? It'll be visually stunning.
Yeah.
And all the camera tricks, all the beautiful, subtle, eloquent things that Peter Jackson did, they're just going to steamroll over that shit. Unless he's doing it, which even he stopped giving a shit in the Hobbit movies about
it's not,
that.
You could tell it's not where his head is at. The Hobbit movies were not great, and then the next thing he did was completely different, and that's great, and everyone's loving what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Which is the
Was that the very next thing he made?
No, he did a few things. He made that Lovely Bones movie with what's her name, and which is actually how you pronounce her name. It's what's her name. Assuming that stars who I think it does. I've never actually seen it. That movie's terrible. I just remembered I saw that movie. But that was him. He did some other stuff, but the next big thing he did was this era of Peter Jackson stuff where he just takes old footage and remasters it and adds voices to it and all that stuff. And he made the Beatles documentary, right?
It's fucking amazing.
How much of that was the sound was all intact, right? He didn't redo any of the sound, right?
No, it's all original. All original. We do have a message in chat. I just can't see it from here.
Oh, yes, that name. That is the name. I couldn't remember if Lovely Bones starred her or Jennifer Lawrence, and I can pronounce Jennifer Lawrence, but not that name. I respect her too much to try and pronounce her name.
But it's ridiculous. It's a money grab, and it's one that I think is gonna fail horribly because so much love, care, and time went into those original Lord of the Rings movies that they're holding up 20 years later. It's a classic. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't remake The Godfather. Don't remake Star Wars. Don't remake the fucking Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, and here's what's up, and this sucks, but I know this is how it's going to happen. Like, let's say they do something terrible, everyone hates it, and then Amazon, with their businessman brains and all the money they were hoping to get from...
I want him to play Gandalf. If he plays Gandalf, I'll watch it.
Well, you have an in because he is producing The Adventures of D.B. Cooper. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What a bad role to put that man in. He has no experience. And he's directing?
Producing.
Oh, producing. Oh,
we're using his
that's
money.
Different. I thought you said right. No. I get that. I thought you said directing.
No,
I was like,
I'm
what's
fucking
wrong with
directing.
You? Okay, I'm not part of the project.
No, you were cut by Bezos.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Are you
see
okay?
That? Yeah. Did water spill?
Yeah, it's all over the mic stand.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I mean I don't care.
That was.
Are you
so
okay?
weird.
What happened exactly?
I must have chuckled and it jumped.
Yeah.
Because I was holding it like this. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'll be less animated when I open the cap, I guess.
I mean, I didn't realize why you fucking taking the lid off.
I was sipping it.
I know, but it has a.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works. I've never used it.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. So here's what I was gonna say. Before you made a huge mess.
It's not that.
No,
big.
I know.
There's like 4 drops from what I can see.
I know. They're gonna make some Lord of the Rings something or another. It fails, and then they're sitting there and they're like, "Shit, it failed."
Oh,
What
trash everything.
What? No. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it failed. What do we try next?" And they're just gonna fail over and over again. Like whoever has we see this all the time in superhero movies. Whoever has the rights to the thing is not gonna give up the rights, so they're just gonna keep pumping out garbage
No,
so that they
fair.
can make at least a little bit of money
Yeah.
off it. Where you or me, if you or I were tasked with remaking or doing more movies in the Lord of the Rings universe, and we were like, let's do this, and then we get all the way to the end of it, and we're like, wow, we fucking failed. Why don't we fuck off and just let that trilogy be, and like we're done, we're out. But these people, they're just going to keep trying, and it's going to keep being bad. And then, 10, 20 years from now, Lord of the Rings is going to be a joke.
Yes. No, all those
Rings of Power was bad, right? Or did you like it?
Liked Rings of Power. It got mixed reviews, and I think it's, honestly, toxic fans just come out in troves, I think, is part of the issue. I liked Rings of Power, and anybody who says, hey, it was bad should watch it. Because I feel like a lot of people... Because I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I have somebody in my life who's like... I've had a few conversations about Rings of Power with them, and they're like, nah, it's bad. They do this and this. And I'm like, did you watch it? They're like, no. I'm like, well...
Interesting.
Well, watch it. Don't just take people's words for it. Watch it. It was
right.
really good. And the story that they're going for is like it's answering a lot of Lord of the Rings questions.
Yeah, that's why I asked you, because I have no opinions. I haven't seen a single frame of it.
I liked it. It got mixed reviews. I'm not saying it was the best TV show in the world, but I think people should give it a shot.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting too.
They're making an animated Lord of the Rings movie too. Not the Lord of the Rings, but an animated Tolkien universe movie.
Okay.
That's doing another thing.
I did not. What the fuck?
Fucking train.
Train is going by my house. I did not know about that. Is it going to be for children?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be like the original Lord of the Rings movies were animated.
Yeah, the old Rankin Bass.
Yeah.
I think it was Rankin Bass, right?
It's no, it's another dude, I think. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. Those movies are great, though, by the way. Been meaning to sit down and watch those again, because I haven't seen them since I was a kid. There's actually, there's only 3. It's The Hobbit, Fellowship and Return of the King, because the Fellowship movie does both books.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen everything of that series, but I would like to.
Yeah.
I think I always end up finding the Fellowship, and then that ends, and I'm like, there's
Yeah.
other stuff.
Do you want to know what's so weird? I'm sure you've heard about this, but just because of the weird connective tissue that all these things have, did you know there was going to be a live-action Lord of the Rings movies produced and starring by the Beatles?
Oh no! You reminded me that I had that bit of information, but every time I hear that, that's my immediate thought. It's just no. Wow.
Lennon was going to be Gollum.
Right.
I believe Ringo was Gandalf, but I could be wrong. I know for a fact that Lennon was going to be Gollum.
Okay. Obviously, they would have had to have gotten other stars to appear, because there's not enough Beatles. I don't know if you knew that, even to make the Fellowship.
But yeah, they were going to do all the music. They were going to star in it.
You know, I'm sitting here going, oh no, I'd watch that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch that. I want to see, I don't know, I can only imagine it'd be Paul and John Lennon fighting over the ring at the end of Return of the King.
Let me see if there's any. I just want a list of who everyone was playing. Yeah, okay. Paul McCartney as Frodo, John Lennon as Gollum.
I nailed that. Did you hear me nail that? Yes.
George Harrison as Gandalf, and Ringo Starr as Samwise Gamgee.
Okay.
The band's choice of director was Stanley Kubrick, who at the time was best known for his work on... This doesn't matter. I don't know why I started. Oh, so this wasn't a... Okay, interesting.
Oh, hey. What's up? Yeah? I know. I'll do a little bit, but then I gotta stop.
Mello, come to me. I mean, Daphne, come to me. I will pet you. He doesn't want to pet you. I will pet you. Daphne.
Pauline's allergic. I'm
Daphne.
sorry.
Fucking... Okay, whatever.
Hey, she can rub up on that all she wants.
What is that, the game stack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Xbox.
Oh, yeah. There's an Xbox on the bed. Tiny little thing, the Xbox Series S. What's next for news?
Oh shit, we talked about that for just so fucking long.
Well, I was very like, I saw the news and I was like,
oh no, I wanted to talk about it too. That wasn't a shot. I know. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania star calls out scene and trailer for lying. I don't know what scene.
oh, well, what are you calling out? They always do this shit.
But it's illegal now.
Oh, that's right.
That's the reason I screenshotted this.
That's right. I forgot it was illegal now.
You cannot do that, which I'm happy about.
I like that Marvel does it. I think Marvel does it in a cool way. Remember when the Hulk was in Wakanda and then he wasn't in the movie? That was cool. I thought that was neat.
That sometimes, though, taking it away from Marvel, it can be very deceiving.
Yeah, sometimes they do it specifically to deceive people. I remember, you've never seen Pacific Rim, right?
No.
There's a robot voice in that movie, and the robot voice is the exact same actress and filter of the robot voice from Portal, the very famous, it's called GLaDOS. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the same exact voice. It's the GLaDOS voice in Pacific Rim. And first trailer drops, voice is up in there. Lots of complaints. Second trailer drops, third trailer drops, no GLaDOS voice. Guillermo del Toro says, we took it out. That was a complete lie. It's in the movie. It's in the final cut of the movie. I didn't mind it. I didn't have an issue with it at all. But it's in there, and they lied about taking it out.
Stick to Pinocchio. Anyways.
Stick to Pinocchio. Oh, Guillermo del Toro. No, Pacific Rim. I will not have you slander Pacific Rim in my house, in my studio. Pacific Rim is a good movie. Obviously not as good as Pinocchio. I think Pinocchio might be one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. But Pacific Rim is a good movie. And I have the weirdest 2-pack. I have Pacific Rim bundled with 2014 Godzilla on DVD for some reason. They just couldn't be produced by two different studios.
That reminds me.
Yeah.
Joe Manganiello is developing a Dungeons and Dragons TV show.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder
Take
why.
that information and do
I wonder
what
if
you
he's
will.
doing. I'm assuming he's doing so with Wizards of the Coast, and I'm assuming he's doing so. Or no, Wizards of the Coast doesn't do D&D. That's Magic. I'm assuming he's doing it with the people who make D&D, and I'm assuming it's. Is it going to be based off the TV show? I wonder, like a continuation of that universe, or is this going to be animated?
I don't know. I'm down for whatever though.
Because Joe Manganiello famously loves Dungeons and Dragons. You can only think he's going to want to be in the show.
Right. We shall see what comes. Netflix cancels the Gorillaz movie amid budget cuts.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't even know they were making a Gorillaz movie.
I didn't either, but that would be sick. I would have loved a Gorillaz movie.
If they cancel stuff that had no news time yet, just don't announce it.
Yeah. No, I'm like slightly... knowing that has just made me slightly more upset in my life than I would have had I known nothing about the Gorillaz movie that might have happened. I would absolutely watch a Gorillaz movie. They're ripe for it. They're prime.
Yeah, I'm assuming it would be animated with their characters.
I want to expand the universe of the animated gorilla characters via a movie would be fantastic. Especially, they've been forwarding the plot of their animated characters for what I thought no reason. It sounds like it might have tied into this film.
Yeah.
Because what's his name? The bassist.
I don't know.
I want to say Murdoch, but that's not right. I don't think that's his name. But he went to jail for legit like a couple years. Yeah.
The actor?
No, the cartoon. And you know who replaced him?
Someone from the Powerpuff Girls, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Someone from the what were they called? The Gangrene Gang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let that sink in for a minute.
Hold on. 2D Murdoch Noodle.
Oh, I nailed it. It is Murdoch.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, he's a freak. Yeah, 2D Murdoch Nichols, that's one name. Noodle, Russell Hobbs, Cyborg Noodle, and Ace.
Yes. What was I getting at though? But
Ace is a character from Cartoon Network's 1990
Yes.
animated series The Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
He's the leader of the Gangrene Gang. I nailed it too.
Yes, you did. Let that sink in for a minute though. A Gorillaz film with tie-in to the somehow with tie-in to the Powerpuff Girls that could have existed.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Greg McCracken, whatever his name is, would have been down for that probably.
Why? I mean, he's letting them use this
Right.
character right now, anyways.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine that was all building up to something.
Yeah, maybe.
'Cause they-
Maybe it wasn't at first, but then they got the deal with Netflix, and they were like, "Ooh, okay, let's."
Yeah, keep pushing it forward.
So why was it canceled? They didn't have enough money to make it.
Budget cuts.
That means they didn't have enough money to make it. Right?
That means Stranger Things last season's gonna be sick
Oh.
in like 5 years.
Oh, is that what budget cuts means?
can
We
only
took your
imagine.
money and put it in Wednesday season 2.
I can only imagine.
That makes sense. I'm obviously not like a fan of that. I'm not justifying their thing, but I do understand why they would do something like that. Unfortunate. Sounds like it could have been cool. Someone who nothing is the Gorillaz, think that sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I was
So-
super excited.
Yeah.
That is all the news that I had to bring to the table.
So what's next in our...
Let's talk about our weeks.
Okay, you first, right?
Okay.
Or no, now we have a new... Because you did news, so now I should go first, because we...
Well, I mean, news is anybody.
No. Remember the way we were doing it is because I do gaming news, so it goes me, you, me, and you do news, so it goes. And you do regular news, so it goes you, me, you. But if we're gonna do news first, it should be me explaining my week first, because you do news. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
If you want to go first, you can go first.
I fought so hard for it. I really don't care. I didn't do much this week at all. I was very busy. I did get a new board game, and by me I mean my mother got a new board game.
Okay.
That I helped my brother 100% the Pokedex in
Nice.
Pokemon in Pokemon Violet and Scarlet. He told me he needed an ESQ, and I was like, I don't know what that fucking is, so I had to look it up. And it's the penguin that has an ice block as a head. You know that thing?
Yes, I do.
And he very casually was like, "Oh, it sucks. It's not in my game because the shini's really cool. Shiny hunting is so easy in that fucking game that moment I started shiny hunting for it, and I got it in like 10 minutes, and I was able to give it to him.
Damn.
But yeah, my mom got a new board game that I think you'd really like. It's called Stone Age. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. It reminded me of a few different board games that I've played, specifically Stardew Valley and Risk. So the turns have 3 phases, and phase 1 is put your pieces places, which reminded me of Risk. There was like a whole round of like, we're not even playing, we're just putting our troops places. Then phase 2 is do everything, and the things you're doing are basically like to survive. Like you need to make tools and gather food and mine for resources and stuff like that. And then phase 3 is feeding, and you have to feed your tribe. If you don't have enough food, you lose points. And then that's the whole game essentially. And the point of the game is to get enough points. And the way points work is they scale with literally everything you do. How many people did you have at the end of the game? How many tools were you able to build? How much resources were you left over when the game ends? Stuff like that. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And
it's a real survival game. It's giving me 7 Days to Die esque vibes.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, because there's no crafting, right?
Sure.
There's just like, when it gets down to it, it's really like, how do you want to spend your turn? If the answer was collecting resources on your next turn, the question is essentially like, how do you want to spend those resources? And what was cool, what I liked about this reminded me of this kind of reminded me of Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley type games. There's a system, you get free food each turn. So at the start of the game, no one gets any free food each turn. But you start with 5 troops, so you have to get rid of 5 food each turn. So at the beginning of the game, you have to be farming for food constantly. But there's also an agriculture track, and it goes to 10, and like if you're on 6, now you get 6 free food.
Okay.
So there was a point in the game where I had 8 villagers, and I was at 8 on the track. So every time it was time to give me free food, I just didn't take any, I didn't give any, because I have a self-sustaining. And then at that point, I don't have a max 10 members, but I'm completely like feeding myself. I don't have to worry about getting food anymore at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to focus on other stuff.
Cool.
It was cool. I liked it a lot. It's yet another board game in my house that is max 4 players. So if we get the regular gang together, we will not be able to play it. But I think you'd really like it. I think you should play with us sometime.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
But yeah, that's basically all I did. I've just been working a lot, not just on actual work, but on channel stuff and D&D stuff.
Yeah,
so
we've got some cool things in the pipeline for channel stuff, some of which are currently happening and about to happen, which, by the way, we do have a Thunder and Lightning Gaming TikTok out. We do not have the link for it yet, but if you search T_L Gaming, I'm pretty sure that's the name right now. I guess you got to wait like a month on TikTok, and then you can get a real name. But
there's content up there.
There is content. So you can go check it out right now. If you miss a podcast or something like that and you want to highlight, that's where you'll find it on TikTok. Among like other concepts that we've been discussing, bringing over to TikTok. But we'll figure out the logistics of that later down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah. Besides that, that's pretty much all we can really talk about right now. Did you want me to go?
Yeah.
So, this week's Sunday video was a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
It was my Valentine's Day present from Pauline, which was the Pokemon Scale World Kanto region Pokemon figure set. Is that enough words? And
Which I couldn't find for sale, by the way. I was just trying to get the exact name of this thing, and I had trouble finding it.
really,
Yeah,
I must have lucked out.
maybe, or I was on a weird site. I don't know. I couldn't find that. I was like, I'm gonna pick the exact name of this thing because I'm seeing bits and pieces of what he bought, what he opened, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah, sometimes they
seeing-
come individually.
Yeah.
It's interesting. This is literally like a fandom, like a world. Cause Bandai Namco, I'm sure, is the licensed one or the official one, but there's millions of little companies making same quality products of the figures that they are not making. And because I was sitting there and I was like, man, I love these figures. And I follow, like, this just happened I just happened to stumble upon this on Instagram, that these even existed. And I was like, oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that one. I go over to Bandai Namco Pokemon Scale World, and I'm like, they're missing a ton of the ones that I saw online.
Right. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. And then I was like, where are these people fucking getting these? And then I found out there's secondary companies pumping them out.
I wonder if would you be interested in, so the same company that with the little candy, the Bandai Namco company, they have like these mystery boxes, and some of them will be like, it's a tarot card, and it's a Pokemon with a tarot card in the background. Isn't that neat? But then some of them will be like a set that like clicks together. So there's actually a couple where it's a mystery box. So you're probably going to want to shell out for like a 24-pack if you want the whole set or something like that. But it's a tree, and every Pokemon comes with, it'll be like Pikachu and then a tree and then the thing he sits on the tree. And then when you get the whole set, you have this long tree of all these little pieces. Or like one of them was like a staircase that they're all running up.
Yeah.
And each one has a little different like action figure like scene on it.
That's really cute. I have zero room. Unless I get rid of a collection, this might have to be like it for me for the immediate future. I'm really limiting stuff that I can take into the cases.
Yeah.
The display cases. It sounds neat. Sounds neat.
Yeah, I got way into watching Maximo Faux Pokemon open those mystery boxes. One of them was really cool. It was it was not Lego branded, but it was a Lego set of a local Australian department store.
Oh.
But it was mystery boxes. So the point of it was like you're going to get a bunch of duplicates, but if you buy this empty store floor, you take all your mini tiny Lego sets, you build an entire grocery store with it.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
It seemed really cool, and like he got like a, like I said, like a 24-pack, and he was just like, let's see what I can do. And the thing he made was like really cool. I don't know, it was neat. There's a lot of cool little like stuff like that where it's just like it's a mystery box of little things, but
yeah.
And then rather than having like one that's super fucking rare and you can never find, it goes for hundreds of dollars online. It's just like they're all the same rarity, but you're gonna make a thing out of it.
No, it's neat. I like that. But speaking of action figures, the first of my 2 display cases is in the basement, all set up. My Star Wars display case is downstairs in our house, and it makes me happy.
So we last time we decided there's going to be 2 for you, 2 for her.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Collectively here on this channel, we decided I would get 2 cases. Oh, no. Time out. No, What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Sorry.
No. She doesn't have, like, collections like this. So she is getting, what did we decide? No, so we were going to get a third one and split it. But then looking around, I was like, we could just get 2 more.
Oh, so it's going to be 4. One of them is hers rather than half of one.
Because she doesn't. She's contemplating getting into the world of statues.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Miku.
Yeah.
Holding my drink.
yes. So we're still wrapping our heads around what she's gonna put in hers, but that one is hers. And down the line, if she gets more into it, we can talk then. But she's got to get into it first. We're getting her the case, and then she can figure out what she's putting in it from there.
Cool.
Yeah. I love my wife. Speaking of loving my wife, you're giving me perfect segues. We just got her Valentine's Day from me.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day, I had told her what I wanted to do beforehand because I needed to know if this was something she wanted to do. When we went on our honeymoon, she lost one of her grandmother's earrings. Her grandmother's no longer with us. It was sad. We kept the other earring, and I said, we'll do something with this. We'll figure it out. This year for Valentine's Day, I said, hey, why don't we turn that into a necklace? I'll pay for, we'll get the chain. We'll pay to have it remade into a necklace. And she liked that idea. We just picked it up today. It looked awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was sitting here like, has he told this story? But it's because you told when we were hanging out with Cousin
sure.
Catherine
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
day. But first time the podcast hearing it. That is really cool. That's a neat idea. We got a I love my husband heart emoji in the chat.
Oh, thank you. I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, it's Langwill. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.